Flying Nun?
What?
The Flying Nun.
No.
It's a TV series with Sally Field.
Oh, okay.
She was post Gidget, but pre Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay.
She was a nun. She had a, what do you call it, the wimple?
Mm-hmm.
But she could fly. She weighed so little that the wind would swoop her up and she would fly. It's not a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Okay.
But it's why I convert. Hi folks, welcome to Pop Up Bizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are going to watch a trailer that just dropped today. As most of you probably know, there's this little thing happening down San Diego way. It's a little bitty meeting of geeks and
Killer whales.
What? No, it's a meeting of fans and people that are into. It's really big on the whole comic book thing, but every now and then these movies kind of sneak in.
Oh.
And I'm being completely facetious. It's all movies now, and they've forgotten comic books exist, even though they still call themselves Comic-Con. But that's beside the point. What we're excited about is that a trailer dropped for Doctor Who. Now, we've already done a reaction to the teaser that dropped for World Cup.
Yep.
It was...
Wherein we learned that the Doctor can now deliver pizzas.
Yes. No,
Love you, Geek Critique.
Yeah, that's right. And a little nod to them. But no, we were not impressed with that teaser, not because we don't love Doctor Who.
Yeah,
and not because we're not excited about the coming season and checking it out, new showrunner.
Just because there just wasn't a whole lot to see.
Yeah, it was just kind of...
There.
Yeah, and so we felt like whether you were fans or not fans, that wouldn't have really been enough to really kind of tell you anything.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure this one will be different. This is the official Comic-Con trailer. We're going to check it out now. Looks like it's about a minute and a half. We'll tell you what we think, which is pretty worthless. It's just our opinion. We don't take ourselves very seriously here at all. We just like to talk about these things. So we're going to do that, and then you jump into the comments below and let us know what you think. All right? Here we go.
All of this is new to me. New faces. New worlds. New times. So if I asked really, really nicely, would you be my new best friends? Right. This is gonna be fun.
All right. So, not as long. It goes into the teaser. So, about 40 seconds there.
Okay. Yeah. So, loved hearing from the new Doctor, hearing her voice, hearing what she has to say. And, yes, this is going to be all new to all of us because she's, Doctor's never been a woman before. So, this will be very interesting to see the new dynamics, the new companions.
I'm one of those people that's uncertain. Not because I think Jodie Whittaker's great. I've loved her and everything. I know that they've established canonically that Time Lords can change gender, but it's a very recent sort of thing, at least as far as the television stuff.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was all just kind of planted in order to make this happen. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with her playing the Doctor per se, but it is a big change. And so I think some of the people that are concerned about it, or maybe concerned for the wrong reasons, I think anytime a new showrunner takes charge, people are, how's this going to go? I think anytime there's a new Doctor, people feel that way. I think anytime there's new companions, people are uncertain.
And now all three things are new.
All three things are new. So, while that does make it a kind of white-knuckly time for some fans, it's also a great jumping on point for people because there's really... While it will probably behoove you to know about the previous Doctors, I think they're going to jump in with this pretty freshly and give you something new and probably not delve into too much of the past until they've established this Doctor.
Yeah.
So that, I think, will be a boon for the series.
Yeah.
Also, I think in New Who, we've never really had the situation where there are this many companions
I think
traveling with the Doctor. Now, we've had episodes where there were multiple companions, coming back
for
for an episode or two, but we haven't had 3 companions, 2 companions, like regularly traveling. We had Amy and Rory, but even their story kind of started off with it was just Amy for a while, and then Rory was presumably dead for a while. And we had all these things happening where it wasn't always the 2 of them, the Ponds,
or the Williams,
yeah, with the Doctor. But I think this could be really interesting, especially if all 3 companions are written well and have their own personalities, their own kind of stories happening. With this new Doctor adjusting to not only being female, but just being new and
younger again.
And younger again, and dealing with, new, like she says in the trailer, a new set of circumstances,
New
a
worlds,
new set of worlds.
new times. Yeah.
Right. So I think there's a lot of potential here. I'm that guy. I'm always that guy. I'm hesitant to be super excited about something because I've done that a few times and then been like,
Yeah, so I mean,
but I do feel like there's reason to be excited here.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a really interesting time for Doctor Who, and a really, I really am, like you said about having the 3 companions. I am very excited about having 3 companions who look like, they came from varying backgrounds. The older man and the younger man, how are they going to interact? And of course, the fact that the Doctor's a woman, are they going to feel like they're going to need to save her or something like that? That's
there's a lot of
different dynamics that will be very interesting to see and how it's going to work.
And I think as long as they play with those elements in a fun way, that it'll be less problematic. I think if they try to be too serious and preachy, that's always a problem for any show.
Very true.
But thankfully, I don't think Doctor Who's ever had a tendency to veer into those things too much.
Not really, no.
It's more about just decency
Be nice.
and accepting people, and so I think as long as they stay focused on the positive, then that'll be great.
Yeah.
And the same goes for the fandom. Anytime we see a post about Doctor Who, or we've already talked about Star Wars plenty, but it seems to be across fandoms right now that social media has made people very willing to say awful things about other people. So we would say, and this is kind of always our advice, we like to keep our channel clean and family friendly anyway, and we promote being kind to one another. So I would say if you're not on board for this version of Doctor Who, just make sure that any criticism you have is directed to the show and not to the actor, not to the showrunner, not to people. Talk about the show. These are things I like about the show. These are things I don't like about the show.
Yeah.
These are things I wish the BBC would do better. These are things I wish the show, the writers would do better, or whatever. But speak in more general terms so that you don't come across as attacking people. And certainly, if you love it and other people don't attack them. If you hate it and other people love it, don't attack them. Just choose to get along. Not everything is meant for everybody. Yeah. Sometimes we need to let go of things that we're holding a little too dear and step away from them a little bit. And that may be you in this situation. But I really think the fair thing is to give it a shot and see what you think based on the first couple episodes. Yeah. That's our advice anyway. So that's what we thought about this. The question is,
what did you think?
That's right. Let us know in the comments below, and be nice. And that's it for us.
Yeah.
If you like this video,
hit the thumbs up
and consider subscribing to the channel. We're gonna have a lot more stuff dropping because again, that little get together happening in San Diego is happening this weekend.
Little shindig.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff dropping, and we're gonna be reacting to it and talking about it. Join us here for that, and if you're already subscribed, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of those things. Until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.